this is Isaac Thomas. Give him a warm welcome. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, and thank you very much for coming all the way out to the Villa Vegana in Selva, Mallorca, to attend the Mallorca Talks to VeganNation event. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. So sweet of you. You're not going to regret it, because I'm super excited that Isaac Thomas is here with us today. Isaac is the founder and CEO of VeganNation and the Vegan Coin. Now, at the end of this talk, you'll know a lot more about vegan coins, the VeganNation and the Vegan Coin. Hopefully, exactly. We're gonna do 4 parts. So we're gonna do a very quick, he needs to answer questions super fast. Then he's gonna give you a little 5-minute introduction to the whole thing, and then we're gonna dig a bit deeper. Okay. Now, ideally, this is gonna take about an hour 15 minutes, and then we can all eat the delicious food at the Villa Vegana here in Selva. We're all looking forward to that, right? So thank you for being here, first of all.
My pleasure being here. Seriously, it's such a pleasure. I think I'm going to move here.
Yeah, well, that was one of my questions. No, I'm kidding. So if you would have to describe yourself, so they don't know you that well, if you had to describe yourself with 3 words, tops, what would those 3 words be?
Wow. Spontaneous, peace and love.
Nice. Sounds very vegan. So, when you think about Mallorca, why was it such? So I need to tell you a little story. So I learned a bit about cryptocurrencies, and then I found out there's a vegan cryptocurrency. So I got in touch with him, and he actually called me back. So I was like freaking out. I was so excited. And then he tells me that he has this special connection to Mallorca. Do you want to share with us what that is?
Absolutely. So my girlfriend, her family is from Mallorca. Her mother grew up here. Their family's been living here for, I think, hundreds of years. And so they're deeply rooted in Mallorca. And when I heard Mallorca, I'm like, sure, I'll come to Mallorca. And I had no idea that it's such a vegan destination. But seriously, the last 24 hours have been such a surprise and really super excited, because when you see a small community with so many vegan businesses, you can really envision where the world is going, is to a full vegan ecosystem. So you can see it in a smaller community, and then you can see how it can really grow to the rest of the world. So I'm super excited about Mallorca and its vegan scene here.
Yes. So you travel a lot to spread the word about the VeganNation and the Vegan Coin. If you would give us your best place ever for vegans to go, that would be?
Wow, that's a tough question. I can say with no doubt, I know where the best vegan burger in the world is. I have 0 doubt about it. I know there's a lot of controversy about what's the best vegan burger? Is it supposed to be like meat? Is it supposed to have a different, like a plant-based taste? The best and closest thing to the other kind of burger is this little joint in Tel Aviv. It's called Rainbow, and they have the best vegan burger.
I think you're only saying that because you're from Israel, or Miami/Israel, and you haven't tried our burgers yet. So there you go. So if you would have to describe in just very few words, what's the most amazing thing about the VeganNation, what would that be?
Passion. Passion of really everyone that we interact with, everyone that is working with us. We're so passionate about doing this and about where the world is going. And what we're passionate about is, it would sound funny, but we're passionate about money. But money in the good way, because we believe that money does drive the world, whether you like it or not. We're passionate about showing the world what it means to have a vegan economy, the power of a vegan economy, and the power of the small communities around the world coming together, we can really make a difference that has never been seen. So really, it's the passion of bringing everyone together, like I told you last night. Really, my job is just traveling the world and convincing people, let's connect together. So I'm bringing people here, bringing people there, and really that's all I'm doing. But at the end of the day, that's what's going to make the entire difference in the world, is when we all start working together.
Yeah, who's paying for that anyway?
About
your journey, your travels. Like, where does the money come from? Do you have some secret donkey in your garden that can?
Well, we have, at this point, we have about 25 people working in VeganNation. We have a very serious operation in Israel. My traveling is a small part, not a small part, but it's still not, in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot more going on. As you said, I'm the co-founder. I started this company with two buddies of mine. We brought on a fourth one, but there's a whole operation behind me that makes this happen.
So if you would have to explain to those that don't know what blockchain is, because that's a central piece, if you would have to explain that like to my grandma, what would you say?
First of all, if your grandmother would ask me what blockchain is, that's already like, wow. But for me, the idea of blockchain is just like the idea of veganism in a community, because what blockchain really is, it's just someone decided that the world will run better with their community. That's not a new concept. That's a very old concept from the beginning of times. As a community, we do things better. As a community with common goals, we do things even better. The whole idea of blockchain is, instead of being dependent on one central power, is to decentralize that power. When you spread that power to a community, to a bunch of people, then you can rely on the facts and on whatever's sitting on that system. You can rely on it much more, because it doesn't matter if you're going to have one person or one computer fail. The power of a community makes it a lot stronger.
Okay. If everything goes as planned, how would you finish this sentence? The vegan coin will be
the currency for the world, because I believe the world is going vegan.
Yoo-hoo! Yes, we do. Okay, I know you're a very, very positive person, and I had to rephrase a few of my questions in the past 24 hours because they weren't positive enough, but I'm still going to ask this. What could possibly go wrong?
Wow, so many things. But we work day and night to make sure that we do everything in the best way possible with the best people possible. We surrounded ourselves with really the best of the best. I don't think of what can go wrong. I think of what's our biggest challenges and what keeps me up at night, and that is really bringing everyone together to make this happen, because the success of this VeganNation is when we're able to bring on as many people, as many businesses as possible to make the platform really meaningful.
I think that's exactly what each one of us can bring to the blockchain, right? We can help spread the word and get as many people involved as possible.
That is the blockchain. The blockchain is every person, each one of us coming together, joining the community, and that's the power of the blockchain and the power of VeganNation.
So you basically mention it, but the future is vegan. Do you have an idea when that's going to be?
There's an old saying in Judaism that the prophecy is for stupid people.
This was a real good. Wow.
All right, thank you very much. That was just a little intro. So, if you want to take like 5 minutes to explain to our beautiful audience, what they are beautiful, aren't they? Yes. To explain to our beautiful audience what the blockchain is, what the vegan coin is, and what VeganNation is.
I'll give you the fast rundown of what we're doing, what VeganNation is, and what it means to each vegan individually, to each vegan community, and then ultimately what it means when we're all going to come together and we'll be able to make this vision come true. So VeganNation is a platform designed to unite vegans around the world. There's vegans community worldwide. Almost every city in the world has a vegan community. We're here to show everyone that together we can turn this into a global economic power. The world has about 300 million vegans today, spread it throughout the world. That's the size of the United States. How powerful is the United States? Yet veganism is still not a force to be reconciled with. Yes, people are talking about it, people are joining, but for the corporate world to really start thinking about the vegan people as an economic driving force, we need to show them that we can come together and really act as a global power, as a global economic power, and that's how we're going to make veganism grow further. We're building a vegan cryptocurrency called Vegan Coin to be the economic driving power behind VeganNation. It's challenging to live a vegan lifestyle, right? You guys are blessed to be in Mallorca, where it's almost a dream come true to live somewhere you can walk outside, have breakfast at a raw vegan place, have lunch somewhere that you just stumbled on, and then have dinner at some incredible restaurant with like mind-blowing flavors and taste. But for the rest of the world, it's challenging to live a vegan lifestyle. And that's the way it was for me when I went vegan 2 years ago. So my background is in real estate. I always love to say my background is from stacking blocks one on top of the other, not blockchain. And I dropped out of high school when I was 16 to start my construction and real estate career, which I love doing. And then when I became vegan 2 years ago, I realized how challenging it is. And that's when I understood that I really want to and I should take my past experiences, bring it into the vegan world, and try to make the world a better place. As cheesy as that sounds. But when I went vegan, I realized right away there's a shortage of vegan restaurants. And I thought, let's open a vegan restaurant chain in the United States. And I called my two buddies of mine from Israel who are in the food business over there, and I said, okay, we're doing a vegan restaurant chain in the United States. They said, what kind of restaurants? I said, vegan. And they said, what? And I said, yeah, there's a shortage of vegan restaurants, and that's what we're doing. They knew nothing about veganism, but they said, sure, we'll come for the ride. We started planning this thing just in time for football season in the United States, and we built a whole concept to build vegan restaurants around college campuses. We toured a bunch of campuses, saw some good football games. And then, right before we were about to take it to the next level of signing actual leases and moving forward with it, I went on a cycling trip through the Alps. And after hours of cycling, I realized I'm starving and there's nothing around me. And that's when the idea of VeganNation really came. And I realized opening restaurants, it's beautiful for the local businesses, it's needed for local businesses, but I'm not really answering the need and meeting the challenges of vegan people around the world. And that's where the idea of VeganNation first came, of really creating a global platform for vegans. And with those challenges in mind, we came up with the three main pillars that VeganNation will stand on. The first is food. That's the most important thing. That's the most exciting thing throughout our day. And that's the number one challenge of being vegan, through finding food, sustainability, making sure we can find the foods we like, and then if we can afford them. one of the biggest problems of the vegan community and young people that want to join the vegan community is if they can't afford it. I have so many college kids that come over to me and they tell me, we would love to be vegan. It's healthier, sexier, it's the right thing to do, but we can't do it. It's so expensive. So we came up with the idea of creating a vegan food sharing platform. So like couch surfing for vegan food. So every vegan in the world is and will and can't cook a dinner and either host another vegan in their home or send the food in a takeout service to wherever they are. So we're answering the most important thing of making vegan food accessible all around the world. And that will also touch on the affordable aspect, because if a vegan will cook a meal in their home, it's not a business. He's really doing it to help another vegan. And it's going to be more of like chipping into the cost of a meal rather than how much do I need to cover my rent and overhead and all that. So we're both making vegan food accessible everywhere in the world and affordable. The second pillar is vegan vegan e-commerce. So being vegan is beyond food, right? It's a lifestyle. It's the clothes we wear, shoes, coats, cosmetics, and everything else that we want to make sure that was done in the right way, not harming the environment, fair trade, and obviously not harming any animal. So we're going to be a one-stop shop marketplace for vegan businesses from around the world to come onto our platform and showcase their products to the vegan world. And I, as a vegan, regardless of where I'm traveling, I will always be able to find the exact vegan products that I like on a one-stop shop. The third thing is vegan content sharing. If there's one thing that vegans love to do, is talk, share their thoughts, making sure everyone knows what they think. And by uniting this community together around food, around e-commerce, we're going to start sharing blogs, ideas, recipes, and everything around it. So these three main pillars are really going to build a full vegan system that you'll be able to find everything you need and everything that is of interest to you on a one-stop shop. This whole amazing platform is possible and accessible thanks to the blockchain technology. So people always ask, what is blockchain? And why is blockchain so important to the vegan community? One of the things that blockchain people like to always drill down is, why do you guys need blockchain? And the answer is that the technology of blockchain, what it brought to the world, is two main things which make it so amazing. One is transparency. The second thing is validation, that whatever's transparent is actually true and validated. Those are the two most important things for the vegan community, right? We want a transparent world, and we want validation. We want to know that really the products that we see are really what we get. So one of the lines that I like to use is, Paul McCartney said that if slaughterhouses would have glass walls, then the world would go vegan. I think that blockchain is that glass wall. Blockchain is going to take the world to be a transparent world. We're going to be able to see everything on the blockchain. And that's really what's going to take veganism to the next level. So we are developing a unique system. I would say an amazing system, but I'm biased. But it will be amazing and revolutionary system of product tracking and sensory system on the blockchain technology. So businesses from all around the world are going to be able to track their product on the blockchain from the moment of inception. It doesn't matter if it's pants, if it's shoes, or if it's food. We're going to be able to track everything on the blockchain from the moment it started till the end of the lifetime. And that's really what's going to take veganism to the next level when we make everything transparent, but in such an easy way. We're not even going to think about it. Technology is going to take it to make veganism and validation of our products to be a smooth and a very engaging system. Vegan people never ask me, well, why, almost never ask me, well, why vegan coin? But the blockchain community always asks why vegan coin. And I give them the following explanation. And for the entire history of the world, when you paid for something or when you received a currency, you have no idea what that currency did before you. You have no idea what the currency is going to do after you. Did you guys ever think about it? We try to live our lives in such a way that we feel responsible to the things we're doing, where our food comes from, what are the stuff that we're doing. We were never able to do it with a currency. One of the most amazing things about cryptocurrency is transparency. That's the idea of the blockchain. From June 28th, you're going to be able to track every vegan coin in the world till the end of your life and make sure that it's supporting the businesses you want and doing the things you want. So if you're giving charity, you're going to be able to see where that money's actually going. When people support a vegan business, they will see that the money's going to the vegan business. The vegan business is not going to go turn around and spend that money in McDonald's because the community sees everything that is done with that money. So they're going to continue circling the currency within the vegan ecosystem. We're really bringing the vegan lifestyle full circle with the last missing point of using our own currency.
So you all perfectly understand what the vegan coin is all about by now, but I'm still going to ask a few more questions. So, yes, here are the questions. Are you ready? So, when you, as a vegan, want to take part in this beautiful vegan nation and get vegan coins, you have different ways of getting them. Thank you. So, one way is going to be the so-called ICO. This is the initial coin offering. That's going to be the 28th of June, as Isaac has just mentioned. And can you walk us through the process of how, like, let's say if we all decide that we want to, take part and we want to own vegan coins, what would step number one be when we look at the ICO? And then later we'll talk about how we can actually earn vegan coins, but that's step two, okay?
That's the most exciting part of earning stuff. As you mentioned, we're doing the ICO. We are in the ICO process. So the ICO stands for the initial coin offering, similar to other sectors of the economy that my lawyers don't allow us to mention, but it's similar to other stuff, is initial coin offering. And the idea is your first introduction to the world of your product. So the first way to do it is obviously people investing and paying money for the vegan coin. So we are in the process. Right now we're in what's called pre-sale, which is for institutional investors and for accredited investors around the world. And the public sale, which starts on June 28th, is designed that people from all around the world, hopefully as much vegans as possible, can participate in the process, go onto VeganNation.io and purchase 100 vegan coins for $50. 200 what?
50 cents.
The vegan coin will be introduced at 50 cents per vegan coin, and we want the vegan community to come participate as much as possible in buying $100, $200, and really showing the world already at the beginning that there's a lot of vegans that believe in buying even small amounts of the vegan coin to start with. After the ICO process, then the vegan coin is totally decentralized. I will have no power over the vegan coin. I can't sell you any vegan coin, and it's going to be a public market. And the more vegan people that come and join, the more people will use vegan coin worldwide. We're signing up vegan restaurants worldwide that are coming on to as a partnership with VeganNation, will be part of our platform. Obviously, supermarkets, restaurants, and any other vegan business that wants to be part of our platform, get exposure to the vegan world. We're not charging anything. There's not even a contract. People come, will sit on our website, get exposure to the global market, and accept vegan coin as a method of payment, both because they believe in the message of vegan coin, and secondly, I think it's a great thing for any business to hold on to vegan coin. Yeah, for the ICO, we're gonna have it probably around $100. Again, we want as many people as possible buying $100. Someone wants to buy more, that's great, but I want as many vegans possible buying $100.
So that's one way of obtaining the vegan coin. Now,
Yes.
if I say I don't have the money, I want to actually earn it, what are the ways how I can do that?
Absolutely. So Vegan Coin and VeganNation has a very extensive incentive model that is designed in order to incentivize everyone in the vegan community to be part of the VeganNation platform. So if someone is good at writing blogs, write a blog, put it on VeganNation, and the better the blog is, the more likes it gets, then the blogger is going to earn vegan coin. So we're going to incentivize people to come put on quality content onto our website. Vegan restaurants, vegan chefs that have amazing recipes, they're going to put their recipes onto the VeganNation platform, and the more people download the recipes or the more likes they get on the recipes, they will get some of the revenue sharing through vegan coin. So people that are active in the community, people that cook good dinners, people that have high ratings on the food sharing platform, they will get some extra vegan coin. So we really designed a very comprehensive incentive model for a 10-year period that is designed to make sure that the vegan community will get involved and earn vegan coin as an incentive.
Sounds so exciting. I'm hoping that one day lots of vegans can actually live on adding value to the vegan nation. Would that be possible?
That is the idea, that every one of us has the power to really add value. Like, some people think, oh, like, what can I do? But the truth is that each one of us has so much power to really make a change. It doesn't matter if it's by writing a blog. I had a friend that, well, I have a friend, he passed away. He convinced me to buy a camera and to start taking pictures. And then I started giving over the idea to some other people. They asked me, like, I don't know if I should buy one. And I told people, one picture can inspire something that you have no idea what it's going to do for the rest of the world. So it doesn't matter if it's a blog, if it's a dinner. With one dinner, you can convince someone to go from non-vegan to being vegan just on a good dinner with a good conversation, good company. So it's the small things in life, not small, but like, we think it's small, but they're major, and they can really make a difference that we have no idea. I mean, someone that sparked the vegan idea in my head is now responsible for what I'm doing, and then for the other people. It's really, it's every one of us should be part of VeganNation food sharing platform, content sharing platform, and everything that they can.
So I think the scary part about all of this sounds super easy, right? But the scary part for most of us is like it's a cryptocurrency, and like we feel like we know nothing about it. We are not sure, you know, are we gonna have vegan coins just floating around in the internet, or are they gonna be on my phone, or how does that work? How can you take the fear of crypto?
Fear of crypto. So first of all, I think that the fear of crypto is kind of like the fear of the horse wagon people in New York in 1900 when they first saw the first car driving around. I think it's similar to businesses in the 80s and 90s when they first heard of the internet and what is it going to do to them and things like that. I believe that that's where we are now with crypto. I don't think that fear is the right thing we should think, that should come to mind when we think of crypto. We should think of crypto as really the future of currencies in the world. My favorite motto, one of my favorite mottos is beyond borders. It's like, what are borders? Why are people using certain one currency versus the other? It's because a certain border that was decided either a few decades ago or a few hundred years ago. What brings people together now is community, shared values. That's really what makes people into a community and into a group of people. And that's what the world is going to go to, into currencies based on specific businesses. I believe that all the big companies in the world are going to have their own cryptocurrency to transact on their platform. You see already governments moving to cryptocurrency. As a lawyer told me last week, one of the top lawyers in the crypto world, I asked him, what do you think about crypto? It was right after I was convincing him to invest in VeganNation. And he said, and he was complaining that his wife said that he invested already too much into crypto. So he said the world is going to, from talking about diversifying your investment to invest 2% today in crypto. In the future, people are going to talk about diversifying your portfolio by investing 2% in fiat currency. So I really believe that cryptocurrency is where the world going. I think countries are going to do it, governments are going to issue their own, and what's most important is companies and communities are going to start using their own cryptocurrency based on their own belief system and value system.
Okay, you still have not answered the part of my question where you need to explain to us, where is my vegan coin going to be? I'm not going to have it in my pocket. Right. Where is it? Where will it be?
It's actually going to be in the most secured place in the world, which is on the blockchain. If you have money in your pocket, it's not secure. Someone can come, knock you out, and it's not yours anymore. Your house can burn down, and it's not yours anymore. Cryptocurrency is the safest way, and blockchain, that's why people are tokenizing assets today, but cryptocurrency is the safest way to hold on to a currency for a long time. Banks, you saw what happened in 2008. That's why the Bitcoin started, is because the whole mess with the banking system. Cryptocurrency sits on the blockchain, for that matter, on your phone, and you're going to use it as you need it, just like online payment system and things like that. It's going to be very simple. The definition of cryptocurrency is based on the blockchain. You will be able to download your private information. It's actually recommended to do it, but to download your private key, it's called a private key, your private information, onto a separate device that if you forget your password, you still have access to your money. Because one of the most incredible things, and you hear these stories, is that people have these wallets, these crypto wallets, and they cannot remember the password. And I've come across some pretty mind-boggling stories.
Shoot. Okay, so the VeganNation is a company, right now. So is there any political motivation? Is there any religious motivation? Is there anything behind your, or is there a philosophy that we need to know about?
My philosophy is that we live in heaven. We need to make sure that we live it in the right way. I don't care about political, I don't care about any other of the definitions you mentioned. I barely watch the news. Veganism is, again, it's beyond borders, beyond religion. I was in Dubai, I met Muslim people that are going vegan. They understand it's the right way to live. I come from a traditional Jewish family where every Friday night and Saturday there's a ton of meat on the table, and you see more and more people moving towards veganism. Really, you meet people from around the world that are moving towards veganism just because they understand that this planet is heaven. We got to make sure that we take care of it, we treat it in the right way, we treat everything on it in the right way, and that's the only motivation of VeganNation, is to be able to live in that perfect world, which I call Tomorrowland.
So as a vegan business that says, okay, I want to take part in this whole thing, I don't have to sign a contract, I can just say, okay, I'm going to accept vegan coins. Do I have to worry that people are going to come to me and all of a sudden only pay with vegan coins, and I don't know how to buy my products and out in the real world?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
That is an excellent question, and for a vegan business, that's probably the most important question. So I'll split it into two. First of all, if you're a vegan business and your revenue is 100% by vegan coin, that means that a lot of people in the world are using vegan coin and it's working, and there's a whole ecosystem around it, and you're going to be able to turn around, pay your produce with the vegan coin. I see more and more rent and real estate transactions done in cryptocurrency. So when we're gonna get to the point that 100% or majority of your revenue is with vegan coin, you're gonna know that we live in a great world with a bunch of vegan people using it, and you're gonna be able to do everything around you with cryptocurrency in general and vegan coin in particular. At the beginning, I believe that we're gonna talk about between 1% to 5% of your revenue will come through vegan coin. For a vegan business, I believe, again, I can't speak for everyone, but I believe as a business owner, you want to diversify your investments. And if you believe in the power of the community behind you and the power of cryptocurrency and the power of vegan coin, then you can afford to sit on 3-5% of your revenue in vegan coin and see what it does to the community. If someone does need to turn around and liquidate the vegan coin, then there's a bunch of ways. I mean, you see it with other cryptocurrencies. There's a bunch of exchanges all around the world that are accepting most tokens, most coins, and you can actually trade them. But our mission is that people don't do that. We are not listed on an exchange. Our mission is that people leave the vegan coin in the vegan ecosystem. We want people to accept vegan coin, then turn around, and if your guy that sells your produce does not accept vegan coin yet, then convince him why he should. And then he will turn around and go buy something on the vegan e-commerce. And really get this whole idea of commerce is a community trading value with the vegan coin, and not just accepting it and leaving the system.
Well, I guess as as a business, my next question would be like, but how does that work? Are people going to come in with their mobile phones and, or are they going to email me the vegan coin, or is there a whole system that I have to buy, or what? How does that like actually work? Like if I want to go to Lo Vegano and buy my products there, and I want to pay in vegan coins, how does that work?
So it's very simple. First of all, over here on the, I think actually last night we also paid with a, there was a like electronic iPad, right? Was that last night or this morning? So in China, 99% of transactions are done with zero cash. Everything is mobile. You come up with your phone, you scan, and it's done. Cash is almost not not existing there. In Sweden, people are not using cash. Everything is mobile. It's going to work the same thing. You come up with your mobile phone, you put it against the other device, which has a crypto wallet, and that's it. It's as simple as possible.
I don't have to pay for the software as a business. I can just download it onto my iPad, and then I come with my free e-wallet, and that's done. So there's no extra costs involved.
There's no extra cost. There's no credit card processing fees. That's why vegan coin, but that's why cryptocurrency. Most of the companies in the crypto world are fintech. It's companies that are based on the idea of zero fees in transactions, faster transaction. The money is in your wallet within seconds. You're not waiting for the credit card companies. There's no chargebacks. That's a major point for businesses. But the main thing is, again, you have a crypto wallet, just like the customer. The transaction is done within a few seconds, and zero fee or close to zero fees. Like depends on what platform you're sitting. There's like very minimal fees. But all those crazy credit card fees, if you have tourists coming into your thing, or oh, we don't accept American Express because they charge a lot, that world is over.
So are there any risks for me as a person that doesn't have a business, just as a user, and for the business themselves? Is there any risks involved?
Any risk? Yeah. Yes. The value can go down.
Just like with every other currency, right? So there's no safety net. There's nothing.
The safety net is the more people we get to use vegan coin, the community is going to make this into one of the strongest currencies in the world. And that's the safety net, is bringing on people, making sure that we all do our outreach and grow veganism. But there is a risk. The value can go down.
So I've heard these amazing stories of people that bought bitcoins at $6 a piece, and then
I'm going to close my ears. My lawyer will kill me now.
Okay. And then later on, sold them, and then sold them too early. Are you in your vision? Is the vegan coin going to go a similar way?
My vision is that vegan coin is used for transactions on the platform and going to continue to circle in the ecosystem. I'm not thinking of anything else.
Of course. So, how long do you think it's gonna take for this network to grow to a size where this actually has an effect on all of our lives?
Effect on our lives?
Yeah, that I can actually go on holiday and pay my holiday with the vegan coin, and go shopping with the vegan coin.
Absolutely. I think we're very close. I think from all the ICOs and all the cryptocurrency, what's amazing is people invest in all these crazy ideas. Some of them are brilliant, but what's a currency? A currency is based on the community behind it that is going to use it. Who the hell is going to use all the 2,500 or 3,000 cryptocurrencies that are out there now already, where most of them won't have any day-to-day use? We are already signing up vegan businesses from around the world that believe in the currency, that are going to be using it. So I believe that we're going to grow so fast as far as the adoption in the community, and you will be able to go to places, especially places like this and pay with vegan coin.
Sounds so exciting. So, what's the driving force for you to invest all this time and money in this endeavor? Why do you do all this?
As I said before, the three words that you asked me to describe myself, I'll add a fourth one, which is passion. So it's passion, spontaneous, and peace and love. I really think that those four things come into life with VeganNation. When I wake up in the morning and I get to interact with people from around the world, explaining to them about VeganNation, I get passionate. I'm loving it. I believe that I help at least bring in a little bit more peace in the world, and I'm super excited every moment that I'm awake, every moment that I'm alive, and every moment that I'm able to do this and not being stuck in a 9-to-5 job behind the desk somewhere in the world. I love my life.
As a person that says, okay, I really want to take part, I want to become an ambassador for the VeganNation, what are the steps that I need to take, and how much do I actually have to learn about cryptocurrencies and the blockchain? How deep do I have to dig into the matter in order to understand it, or can I just say it is what it is and I'll just go with the flow?
I think it's pretty simple, blockchain and cryptocurrency. It's the people that don't want you to understand what it is. They tell you it's complicated. At the end of the day, it's very simple. It's the power of a community. And ambassador, the idea of an ambassador is someone that has the energy, has the willpower to be active and to be activist in their community. And that's what an ambassador is. It's someone that is passionate about what they're doing, what we're doing, putting it together and getting people around them to see it in this light and to also join and to be part of it.
Are there only going to be vegans allowed in it? We had a conversation today where somebody has a vegan business but they themselves are not vegan. Is that an issue or how open is the VeganNation going to be?
So that's one of the most exciting questions that I get asked on panels. And the answer is, if there's something that vegan people love to do, is not to be a closed community. We want to be an all-encompassing community. We want to be open to everyone. We want to show everyone how beautiful it is to be vegan. We want to invite the world, doesn't matter if you're vegan or not, come onto our platform, read the blogs, read the amazing recipes that amazing chefs over here are making, and really help people in their journey to pick a different lifestyle. So we invite everyone onto our website. As far as products on VeganNation, we are vegan plant-based only, because I believe that that is all-encompassing, because everyone in the world can eat vegan/plant-based. I believe everyone in the world will want to eat vegan plant-based when they read all the amazing stuff on VeganNation, where if we would have different products, that's when you start becoming, okay, I can't have this, I can't have this. I want to, the products on VeganNation, everyone can have.
I would like to invite you to ask questions. Do you have something that you would like to know that we can pass on to Isaac?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you maybe probably just answered it, but it would be better if you could just say it again. For example, I've been here nearly all my life on the island, so to be able to, I use only 100% organic produce, and to be able to convince the organic farmers who are cultivating and I'm buying from them about this, because they are still very closed-minded to it, how would one go about it? Or is there going to be somebody here who's going to take that role to be able to do that? Because I would love to buy from them the currency.
Let me repeat the question. Very good. Let me repeat the question for the camera. So, from what I understand, Beverly would like to know, for all the farmers and the people that produce for us here on the island, on the beautiful island of Mallorca, is there going to be somebody to convince them to take part in the vegan coin or the vegan nation, or is that going to be her job?
So first of all, it's the job of each one of us, and it's also the job of the ambassadors, which I see each one of us as an ambassador. I think that's why you guys made the drive out here, although it's a gorgeous drive. But that's why you came out here, because you guys are interested about this. You want to be involved, and you want to tell your friends about it. And it starts from your friends, goes to your community, and goes to your business associates, and that's how the circle is going to grow slowly but surely. I can't tell you that it's going to happen tomorrow, that all farmers in the world will be running to VeganNation to accept vegan cryptocurrency, but we are talking to farmers from the United States, for example, that believe in the idea of the vegan coin, and they want to come onto our platform. So it is a process. One of the things that keep me up at night is exactly that question, because I know it's going to take time to get to every farm out there. Some farmers never heard of cryptocurrency, and some of them just have to make that cash in order to get through the week. So it is going to be a challenging journey, but we're here for the long run. I'm not looking at the next 6 months or a year. I'm looking years down the road, and I really believe that we're going to get to a day where people are going to use this vegan coin and cryptocurrency in general to do majority of their transactions.
Maybe I can add something to that. So we had a similar conversation last night, and I asked him, so if I would, be willing to go out and give talks to farmers or whatnot, would that also be counted as adding value to the vegan nation, and therefore could I also get paid for that, right? So that I can, as a person that says, okay, I would be willing to do the work, would I get paid for it? And from what I understand, that would be possible. So if we would find people that would be willing to do that, that would be one way, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. For one of the incentives that we have is a certain percentage of a bonus for everyone that opens a new wallet and that buys vegan coin. So, for example, if someone goes out there, that's one of the incentives that we offer people in order to make someone want to understand more about vegan coin and make the change. Another thing is what I always talk about at the crypto events is vegan businesses are not driven only by the bottom line. Most vegan business owners that I met, I can actually say all vegan business owners that I met, they're in it because they feel it's their mission in life to do something better. They don't have a different business. A lot of them are very driven people, very smart people. They could have done any other business in the world, yet they're doing raw vegan food. You know how hard it is to make raw vegan food? Just the thought of it is mind-boggling. Yet some people choose to live their life that way. So most businesses are thinking only of the bottom line. Now more and more businesses are moving to a double bottom line, which is your profit, what your business is doing to the environment, and now more and more businesses are moving towards what's called a triple bottom line. Your profit, the environment, and your surroundings. And that's what vegan businesses are about. Yes, it's going to be challenging at the beginning to accept vegan coin or to turn around and to keep using it within the system, but I believe that you will be able to find on VeganNation many good things to do with vegan coin, or just continue to sit on it.
Patrick, you had another question.
Two questions. What about taxes? If somebody paid in vegan coin in this moment, what I have to pay to the government.
The tax office, yes. So that's a very good question. Tell us a little bit about the whole tax situation with the vegan coin. Why are you smiling already? Is it that exciting?
No, because I always get questions that I'm thinking, what's going to happen if I say something wrong and my lawyer's going to watch the video and then going to spank me. So I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not an investment advisor. So I cannot give you advice on all three. As far as what I could is try to shed some light. And taxes obviously change from country to country, and some countries are more open about cryptocurrency and regulation of cryptocurrency, and part of that is taxation on cryptocurrency. So some countries like Switzerland, like Estonia, and there are some others that are really on the forefront of regulation of cryptocurrency, and they also have a very extensive tax code on how that's going to work for different businesses. But obviously, it changes from every country. Some countries still have no idea what cryptocurrency is. Some countries will tax it in one way the day you get it. Some countries will tax it the day you sell it. So that really changes from place to place. I can't really answer that. I'm sorry.
Well, I understood that in the beginning they're selling the coin, and after this there's no more coins to sell or destroy. No?
So
if any client don't earn coins inside of the blockchain, how he can buy in coins, or he only can buy in euros?
yeah, so the question is after the ICO, if you can't buy any more coins, how are his customers going to be able to get vegan coins so that they can pay him with it?
Absolutely. So vegan coin is not a mineable coin. So we are going out with a certain number of coins, which is 1 billion coins, and that's it. There's no more coins forever. It's locked. There's no way to produce more coins. About 30% of that is going out in the ICO, and then the rest is locked for up to 10-year period through the incentive model. So we're going to have a certain amount of coins being released into the system as far as incentives and things like that for the next 10 years. After the ICO, again, we have zero control over that, and if your customer needs a vegan coin, he's going to have to go buy it from someone else. What happens when you have supply and demand? We can all understand, but the idea is it's a free market. It's not going to be in our hands anymore, and it's going to be supply and demand. So if you accept vegan coin, you believe in it, your customer does, he will have to buy from someone, he will have to buy from someone, and that's what's going to drive this economy.
Does that answer your question? Yeah? No? Christine? Hmm?
Yeah, I have two questions as well. The second one depends on your answer to the first one.
Pressure.
I understand you said it's a free market and that people don't have to comply with certain standards to open up a wallet. So it could be like a carnivore, if you like. Somebody who's not into fair trade, whatever, opening up a wallet. Now, from what I understand, and I don't know much about the whole system, it could go two ways. One, our ideas, vegan ideas and cruelty-free and maybe even organic or whatever, will prevail and convert, if you like, all the people who join the market. Or it could flip and go the other way around. Is that true? That, lots of people open up wallets with a vegan coin.
So
They themselves have no principles, whatever. They just do it for money investment or what into all the vegan coins. Could be actually used in a non-vegan world, if you like.
yeah, so can you say something about the worry that if it's open to non-vegans as well, that they are going to influence the whole structure?
So two answers. First of all, there would be no way to, let's say I would say this is only a vegan coin, only vegans are allowed to use this. How can I ever enforce that? The second thing is that goes back to the whole idea of decentralization, okay? We believe that being transparent and decentralizing the whole system, doesn't matter if it's banking, food, or with anything else, by decentralizing the system and making everything transparent, people are going to act in a certain way. So if I see that your wallet is always going to McDonald's, okay? First of all, I don't believe that McDonald's is going to accept vegan coin unless they turn all vegan, but then people around you are going to stop doing business with you. So if I go to the raw vegan, okay, and people in the community around me see that that this money is always being spent in a non-vegan business, then vegans around me won't want to do business. Okay, the idea of blockchain, that's why I'm saying blockchain is so amazing to the vegan world, because we're going into a transparent world. It's something that people are a little bit nervous at sometimes. Blockchain people like that no one sees their wallets and things like that. In Vegan Coin, we're promoting transparent wallets. We want to see what you're doing with your wallet. Now, we don't have to see the personal information, but we want to see as a business where your money is going, as an individual wallet where your money is going. And I believe at the end of the day, the fact that you're transparent is going to cause you to act in a certain way. Just like with the glass walls, like the idea of a glass wall is when people are able to see something, then they automatically start acting in a different way.
You say you promote. Is it a must, or you just encourage the transparency, the open wallets? Is that a precondition, or?
No, it's not. First of all, there's so many wallets out there. I can't control what wallet the vegan coin is on. But the transparent thing is the vegan coin itself. So when the community will see that, again, I like to look at the positive. Okay? I like to explain things in the positive way. But the idea is, if people are going to see what I'm doing with my money, and my rating on VeganNation, so we have a whole rating system on VeganNation, right? So people are going to be able to be ambassadors, do good things. If you're a vegan host, you're going to be rated. So a lot of the things on the system is based on a rating system. People will want to have a higher rating because it will mean they will make more incentives, they will be more recognizable in the community, they will have a voice in the community. So through an incentive model, right, we can always think of what can go wrong and why, like how will people abuse the system. What we put together is an incentive model to make sure that people will want to use it in the right way.
So maybe I can, again, we had a discussion about this last night, and we were talking about, let's say there's a restaurant, a vegan restaurant that's in the VeganNation, and we're all ambassadors, and we go to that place, and each one of us independently, like says, but they're not really vegan. Like in the back of they've got, you know, they've got chickens and they're using eggs. They're saying it's vegan, but it's not. So then you can sort of, you can say, I don't think this is a vegan place, and that way this restaurant is gonna be exposed, and then they're gonna have to make the decision if they want to stay in the blockchain, in the VeganNation, and be 100% vegan, or they're gonna be pushed out. Correct?
Again, we're going to incentivize anyone to be as good as possible in order to be part of the blockchain. And that, again, that comes back to the power of the community, is when we all work together, we can validate that transparency, right? Because what you're asking is about the validation of that transparency. And as a community, that's how we do that. When all of us go to a restaurant and we all give it a certain rating, and we all do that extra 30-second round to make sure that everything is vegan there, okay? And that's how we validate that transparency. That's what's so amazing about this blockchain system.
And my second question, which is now slightly also more simple. What other values do you promote? Is it veganism? I assume cruelty-free. What about fair trade, organic, or is it mainly based on vegan, plant-based?
I have a very hard time with the word vegan, although it is the name. But I believe that the idea of veganism is a certain lifestyle. It's not only food, it's not only not killing animals, it's the deeper understanding that we have a responsibility to our surrounding, to the environment, fair trade, and not killing animals. So I really think that someone that is really vegan, someone that wakes up in the morning and makes that conscious decision, I'm vegan, there's a lot more behind it than just cruelty-free.
Perspective, Isaac, what's on the VeganNation roadmap to, we've talked a lot about verification, so are you going to develop some form of supply chain verification, or are you piggybacking on Origin Trail or one of the other cryptos that are already quite far down the line?
We are developing one of the most what we believe is going to be a revolutionary validation and tracking system based on the blockchain. And I'll touch on it just in a second, because we're developing this whole system, which we believe can really disrupt many of the traditional ways to track things. And that comes back to the power of a community. So the idea of the Bitcoin, what's one of the ideas of the Bitcoin and the blockchain and the Ethereum, is that you always have people that are validating randomly a certain transaction, right? So if people are randomly validating, that gives you a high level of certainty that no one can cheat the system, okay? Because if you have always one person, okay, you can bribe him, you can give him money, you can cheat, you cannot cheat. You have a much lower, just like with Facebook, okay? Facebook is in charge of your information. They know everything about you. Do you trust them that they're doing the right thing with it? But if it's not one person, if it's not one central power, but it randomly changes between people, there's no way to screw up the system. So we're creating a tracking system that, with a smart contract, randomly people with a high ranking in the community, people that are active, that they have high ratings, they will be able to verify certain information on the blockchain. So if you have a product, okay, and randomly 2 or 3 people were chosen to validate the product, okay, and you go out to the market with it, you have the vegan validation that your product is really vegan. Now, people are going to be randomly looking at your product to make sure that you're really sticking to it, okay? It's going to be at a very minimal or none cost to you, okay? Because it's just people around you that are walking around. Sometimes you'll have no idea who they are even, okay? But everything is recorded on a smart contract. So every product you will be able to go, you can see if it's fair trade, if it was done not harming the environment, and everything else. People are going to be able to put in their input on your product, and that's what's going to give it the rating at the end of the day, if it's vegan or not.
You said earlier that vegan coin's not going to get traded on an exchange. Did I pick that up correctly?
That's one of those.
It's not listed right now.
Yeah, but are you going to list on the 28th of June?
No, on 28th of June it's going out to the market. We are not talking to exchanges about listing.
But you're going to list at some point?
I have no clue. We want vegan coin to be used in the system, not based on, because if we're going to go to exchange today, you're going to buy vegan coin based on a future value, okay, in order to cash out. That's not the idea of vegan coin. The idea of vegan coin is to buy and to use it on our platform.
So the difficulty is in supply chain. The point you made quite early on is, in a supply chain, what you want to be able to do is pay it all the way down the chain and use vegan coin on the chain. As a supplier, it's going to be difficult for me to know to accept vegan coin because I don't know what the value of that is, because it's going to change because it's not trading. So as an ideological point, I get it. But between inception and whenever that happens, what's VeganNation's vision to be able to manage that between now and then? Otherwise you've got no value.
The idea is that people will hold on to vegan coin until they're able to do a transaction with it, not until they're able to cash out. But someone buying
I'm talking about cash out, I'm talking about having a value that is stable. So at launch date it's 50 cents. At some point down the route it's $5 or 0.0005 cents. As a supplier, that's a difficult thing to manage. And without it trading, how do you get value into it?
Well, without it trading, then the value is going to stay at 50 cents. If there's, and that's the value of the thing. So the value of something is what the community is willing to pay for it. So if you buy it at day one at 50 cents and no one else wants to buy it from you for more, then it's worth 50 cents, and that's what you're going to pay your producer.
The bit I'm missing is, how do I, so let's say I bump into Marcus in 3 years' time and I go, I'd like to buy a vegan coin. How do I buy it? If it's not an exchange, do I just buy it? Is it through VeganNation website? Is that how I buy it?
No, you just buy it peer-to-peer. That's one of the ideas of cryptocurrency, is you can walk up to him in the street and buy the vegan coin from him. A lot of the cryptocurrencies in the world today, that's the way they trade. They have like the Bitcoin. Like some countries have like Bitcoin meetups and things like that, when people just walk up to someone and say, "Hey, I want a Bitcoin from you." "Yeah, I'll sell you a Bitcoin," and they transact it like that. It doesn't have to be on an exchange in order to trade value or to trade the coin within the community.
Okay.
Excuse me, but after 3 years he'd buy it at the same price, or we don't know? Yeah.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. It's based on the community.
Barbara?
Yes.
It's not a real question, Isaac, but last year I met so much guys from cryptocurrency, from the normal cryptocurrency, and what I see or what I feel is a totally different is, all these guys was very full of grit, the grit to get more money. This is totally alright. But nobody told that what you told about love, peace. It sounds so spirituality and so far. You speak from sustainability. And this what you bring out, this message, is totally different, because nobody can promise anything. So everybody have risk. Maybe go down tomorrow, whoever. Yeah. But your flame inside, it's burning so hard. I believe in this flame. It's wonderful.
I appreciate it. That's really what keeps me going. And like what you touched, all the other tokens, I mean, again, some of them are great ideas. It's all fintech, gambling, or something else. We're creating something, forget about the future value of the token. Who knows what it's going to be 3 years down the road? Let's say only people that bought it at the beginning are going to continue trading it. When you trade it, you're going to be trading it with values, with ideology, and with passion, that you're trading something good.
Yes. So I think that was those were wonderful last words. Unless somebody else has a question, we're going to leave it at exactly that. That it's a lot more than just a cryptocurrency. It's hopefully it's passion, yeah. It's passion, and it's hopefully a new home for all of us. Thank you so much for coming here. Those of you, yes, thank you.
Thank you guys for driving out here. Seriously, it's so amazing to be here. I mean, absolutely.
He couldn't believe it when we drove all the way here. It's like, there are people gonna come all the way. Vegans are crazy. No, thank you very much for coming here. We hope we see you again in Mallorca, and then we'll have more people sitting there, and we have more exciting things to talk about. So we're gonna stay here for dinner. So if you have more questions for Isaac off camera, he will gladly answer them, right?
Ready.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you would be here for the Vegan Day Out, we would be happy to have you. It's on the 26th of May. And if you'd be here on the 17th of June for our Animal Rights March, please join us.
Absolutely, I would love to. I mean, who needs a good excuse to come to Mallorca? I would come anytime if I have the time.
Not even a girlfriend.
Ta-da! Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.